The event, and Jesse doesn't want to do it, then they call me.
People gathered to hear spoken word poetry on the first night of Yellowknife's NorthWords Writers Festival. Celebrating its 20th anniversary, the festival has uplifted Northern and Indigenous authors through book launches, panel discussions, and mentorships. Robin Scott, who has been president of the board of directors since 2019, shares some highlights from the past 2 decades.
One of my favorite things that we've done is taking authors who have done beautiful pieces of writing here in Yellowknife and have then gone on to expand. Katlia Lafferty has written 4 novels and is celebrated across the country.
Richard Van Camp, an award-winning Tlicho author, helped found the festival all the way back in 2007 after he and other authors saw a lack of Northern representation.
21 years ago, there were a pile of us here in Yellowknife, and we were moaning. We were bemoaning the fact that, as lovers of literature and as writers, so many of us had to travel to Edmonton or Winnipeg or Toronto or Vancouver to go to writers' retreats and to listen to some of our favorite writers. And somebody at the table, I can't remember who, said, what if we just organized our own? What if we started our own Writers' Festival and Readers' Festival? And that's really how NorthWords was born.
Nigan Sinclair, columnist at the Winnipeg Free Press and member of APTN's Truth and Politics panel, has been invited to speak at the festival. This will be his 4th time as a guest author.
What I like to say about my dad is that he was the first of every room he walked into.
He shares his thoughts on the need for festivals like NorthWords that heavily feature Indigenous authors.
There's very few spaces in the country in which Indigenous writers are given the opportunity to talk about what it's like. If you go to the major writing festivals in Canada, most times you're put into the Indigenous panel. There is a specific area, and most oftentimes it's attached to trauma. People want to talk about pain and colonialism. They don't talk about being Indigenous. In this festival, you can talk about it in every panel, in every place. There is Indigenous writers everywhere.
Richard Van Camp left us with a parting message on why more authors should become involved with the festival.
Because there's a spirit here at this festival that comes from the audience. I call it the Great Northern Spirit. And to share that Great Northern Spirit with our honored guests is our greatest joy.
Over the course of the weekend, over 300 people attended the festival. From panel discussions, poetry nights, and workshops with iconic Canadian authors, there was something for everyone to enjoy. If you want to get involved with NorthWords Northwest Territories or want a heads up for next year's festival, be sure to follow them online at northwordsnwt.com. Bruce De La Cruz, APTN National News, Yellowknife.